Brandy Batone was pulled over just last month and given a ticket for driving in the HOV lane, which is designed for 2 or more passengers.
She tried that. Oh my gosh. She really tried to say, she tried to present the case that because she's pregnant, that means she could have 2 people in the car. That means you can drive in the fucking, what's the fuck is that lane? The fucking carpool lane? What's poppin', YouTube? We back with another reaction video, you dig. Today we reacting to how social media is reacting to Texas women claims that unborn baby counts as HOV passenger. What the fuck? How social media is reacting to Texas woman's claims of unborn baby counts as HOV. What the fuck is HOV passenger? Whatever that means, we finna react to it. Let's get to it.
And in Texas, there's new debate over what exactly constitutes personhood following the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Brandy Batone was pulled over just last month and given a ticket for driving in the HOV lane, which is designed for 2 or more passengers.
She tried that. Oh my gosh. She really tried to say, she tried to present the case that because she's pregnant, that means she could have 2 people in the car. That means you can drive in the fucking, what's the fuck is that lane? The fucking carpool lane?
Because she was allegedly alone. But
That's
she
funny.
argues that her unborn
funny.
should count as a second passenger, citing the state's penal code that recognizes a fetus as a person.
I mean, if that's the case, she got a point. She got a point.
He starts peeking around. He's like, "Is it just you?" And I said, "No, there's 2 of us." And he's like, "Well, where's the other person?" And
she got a bread. She got a square ass head.
Right there. NBC News reporter Callan Rosenblatt joins us now with a closer look at the details of the story. I mean, this story.
Now, I don't think that counts, but if that's what the law say, hey, I'm carpooling it.
Has fascinated a lot of people. This woman's driving. We all know how the HOV lane works. Supposed to have a minimum of 2 people. When she says to the officers, "It's right here. I got a whole baby." What does the officer say to her?
Well, the officer said to her, in her words, "I'm not dealing with this. I am not touching this." He said, you know, when you're in an HOV lane, a carpool lane, you have to have a person outside of the body to count as a second person. But he basically told her, you know, you got to talk to the courts about this. I can't help you, you know, take this ticket, which is an over $200 ticket, and go argue it with the courts, which is now what she plans to do. But, you know, in her words, though,
yeah, I don't know how she gonna beat that.
You got to deal with this elsewhere.
Which is interesting because I heard that.
I mean, technically, give her the ticket and let the courts handle it, because at the end of the day, he's just reading the law based off his knowledge of it. And if he can't handle this, here, you go handle it with the courts and let him figure it out.
The Transportation Authority was trying to essentially say it's about seats. You have to have 2 people in 2 different seats. Now, you know, my family lives in Atlanta, and I know I've seen a lot of HOV lanes. Trust me, I've tried to use them, and I've never seen seats specified, but you do see people specified.
Right.
So it's an interesting, you know, argument, rhetorical.
They got to specify that then.
What happens next in this case? I mean, what can she actually do?
Well, you know, legal experts are a little mixed about how the courts will handle this. She does say she plans to go to court. She plans to say, you know, under Texas law,
but she does have a point.
An unborn child as a person. Now, some
in Texas, you got a point.
Specify that the penal code says that, but the transportation code does not, or it doesn't specify. So she plans to take this to court. She plans to use that argument. And some legal experts have said, you know, we're going to see arguments like this. It could set potentially a new precedent, but we'll see when she takes this ticket to court.
Speaking of that, I mean, I know that you're always.
I think she's gonna lose, but
social media,
hey.
even the feeling sometimes, the general sentiment that people express on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. What are people kind of saying about this case? Are they generally seeming like they're in support of her, or thinking this is, you know, a silly argument?
I'm in support of her.
I've seen responses. I've even gotten emails about people on both sides of that argument. Some saying this is very silly. You know, they don't agree.
I mean, to be honest, who gives a fuck what them people think? Like, fuck that. The only reason why I'm doing the ping because I'm reacting to the video, but who gives a fuck about what them people think? Like,
agree with her. They don't think she's going to win this case. And
But why does it matter? Why would anybody go against this? Like, let her fight that shit out. Like, if you're going against, like, oh no, she breaking the law. Like, you're a fucking weirdo. Like, take your weird ass home.
others saying, you know what, if a government, the state government is going to legislate a woman's body, use this argument. It's a good argument. And some people feel that, this is
not
a byproduct of this new law recognizing, a fetus as a person.
I mean, hey, if y'all want to, she's right. If y'all want to say the baby in the body is a person, if that's what the law says, she got a point. I should be able to ride in the carpool lane.
Fascinating in the way in which it affects our everyday lives.
Absolutely.
All right. Callan Rosenblatt, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
appreciate it,
Morgan.
Callan.
That is an interesting discussion. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Should she be able to drive in the passenger lane, in the carpool lane with the baby in her stomach, or should you have to have a person, another person outside the body riding with you? But even though the law says a baby in the stomach is a person, let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. We out. Peace.